All right, so we have an announcement that is actually we have one speaker that is Tu Hian. She will not join with us tonight. So may I invite Hami? Hami, do you want to join with the team? You could be the negative side, and you will be the which speaker you want to be? You follow the negative side.
Reading books or movies.
The last or the first person to speak?
Can I be the last?
Okay, you will be the last. Okay. So Jins, can you be the first speaker for the negative side? Is that okay?
Oh, what is negative side or actually? Negative side is like anti camera
Okay.
or something. I don't remember. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't remember anything.
No worry. And then like negative side, that means you disagree with the motion. Reading book is not better than watching movies. In
Oh, okay.
right.
Mm,
In watching movie is better than reading book. Like this, your team opinion.
okay. Okay, I understand now.
Right. Thank you. It's lovely. So Diệp Nhi, you will be the second speaker for the negative side, and Hami, you will be the last speaker for the negative side. All right. Okay. So, Felix, like don't forget that. I would love you, please, if you can, let's give some evaluation for all the speaker in the debate. Is that okay?
So I give the evaluation for each person here, not all for team, but each
Yes.
person. Okay, noted.
Is it okay for you? Thank you
Great.
so much.
I'm looking forward.
Excellent. Yeah. That's great news. Okay, so I think it's time for us to start the debate today. So now we're waiting for more. I will put all of you, everyone, into the spotlight of the of you into the spotlight. So let's get ready for this. And everyone,
Again?
let's open the camera. Yes, open the camera, please. And we start the section because we are speaking. And if I cannot see you, it's like the judges cannot evaluate you correctly. So please open the camera. Eric, where are you? I cannot spotlight you if you are not open the camera. So Jin and Eric, please open the camera.
My camera of this computer is seriously broken.
Seriously,
It's really blurry. It's really blurry. You cannot see anything.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so I think yeah, no spotlight anymore. I change your name, so no spotlight. All right. I think it's easy for you, Felix. So the name is on the screen. So please take note. So now I would love to welcome a little bit for of you before we start the meeting. So first of all, a warm a warm welcome to everyone, young debater and our beloved guests. Welcome to Nora Kids Gavel Clubs. This is a special place where each and every person grow into confident speaker and the future leader. So our club is like the garden. So every time a person speaks, they will plant a seed. So with practice, this seed grow into strong trees of confidence and leadership. So and today we will watering this seed with something very exciting. That is our debate meeting. So the topic debate today is really like controversial. I have to say that it's reading better than watching movie. So I have there a quote like this: "A reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies. The man who never read lives only one." Someone just say that. And maybe some of you maybe think, but movie let me live 1,000 lives in just 2 hours. Right. So that is why I say this motion is very controversial. Okay, so I believe that this debate today is very exciting for you. And if you could keep one book or movie forever, what would you choose and why? Can you type in the chat board? If you could one book or one movie, maybe in your home, in with you, what would you choose? Can you type your answer in the chat board? If you could keep a book or movie with you forever, what could it be? Right, I'll be waiting for your answer in the chat board, huh? Diệp Nhi, Khánh Huyền, Jens, may I listen to your opinion? Like I'm asking about what is your favorite book or movie? If you could it keep it forever, what could it be? Right, Eric. Hey, Eric, open the camera. Eric, the champion, my champion. Please open the camera. Yes. Okay. So, Diary of Wimpy Kid. Wow, it's a very new book for me. A diary. It's cool, very cool. A Diary of Wimpy Kid. No, it's the very first time I see it. But I believe that with your age, you read this is a very phenomenal. Okay, let's keep writing. Oh, Khánh Huyền is out of the Zoom. Let's wait for. Yeah, everyone. So let's type in the chat board. What is your favorite book or movie, everyone? Let's see. What about Philip? I love to hear about your answer. Wow, the novel, huh? Keller and Annabelle. Wow, it's the first time I heard about it. Oh, Jin, I believe in Thailand, people just school fuck you to read many things. Okay. So speakers, speaker informative side. All right. So we have a little change, a little bit, everyone. Some Khánh, hai số phận in Vietnamese. Yes, hai số phận. I have that in my bookshelf. I have that. It's a very famous book in Vietnam, actually. Right. So now waiting for more. We will thank you for everyone for sharing your favorite book and movie. So yeah, today let's take a deep dive into the topic. Half of you belong to the team book. You defend the power of reading, and half of you will standing strong for the magic of the film. So excited to present argument, challenge each other, and finally, the audience or the judges will decide the winner. So actually, don't like whether you prefer book or movie. The more important thing is to learn and to spark your imagination. Okay, so I hope you join into the debate today with a comfortable attitude. So now, no waiting for more. Let's start the debate with the
Excuse
first of
Can
yeah. Okay, Eric.
so when I am from the second, but in Argentina I am from the third. So am I second or third?
Oh, hey, Eric, you will be let me see. Oh, Khánh Huyền will be first, and Eric, you will be the third.
All right, let me prepare.
You will be third, okay? Okay, right. Okay, so Khánh Huyền, let's just start. Let's go.
Okay, so now it starts. So when we read, you know that our brains work harder. We decode words, visualize settings, and interpret characters in our thoughts. This active progress strengthens focus, vocabulary, and comprehension skills. Watching movies, by contrast, is passive. Images, sounds, and emotions are delivered to us without much mental health. Reading trains our minds. Movies merely entertain them. A movie shows us exactly what a character looks like, how the world appears, and what emotions should be felt. A book, however, leaves space for the reader to imagine. Every reader's vision of Harry Potter, Hogwarts, or Tolkien Middle Earth is unique. Books invite creativity and personal interpretations, whereas movies limit imaginations by fixing everything visually. So even though you might seem that movies they have the best films of all, limited by time, cannot capture the richness of a book. For instance, a novel may take readers inside character mind for hundreds of pages, showing subtle emotions and complex inner conflicts. Movies often skip or simplify details due to time restrictions. Books deliver. And do you know that every time people try to make something more critically, try to make like movies is more awesome. And reading is just like an active mental exercise for everybody. But book acts as a fuel for imagination. When you're reading, each individual creates a unique mental picture of a characters, places, and events described. That's why two people who read the same novel often imagine it differently. For example, if friend A are supposed to read this book too, and friend B also like to read this book too, so they both decided to read the same book. But do you know that they believe it that they will have the same idea because they read the same book, right? But no, they imagine it a whole lot differently for each other. For example, a castle like maybe is inside a book, right? But it can completely looking different in minds of two readers, shaped by their own creativity. Movies, however, little room for imaginations. Directors shape and size what Hogwarts looks like, what Candace everything wears, and how a battle scene unfolds. When those images are fixed on screen, the audience cannot picture them any other way. Reading empowers us to become co-creators of the story, while movies restrict us to being more spectators. In today's fast-paced world of instant gratifications, reading is a rare discipline. It requires patience and concentration. To follow a story over hundreds of pages, it demands reflection as analyzes characters and question movies, interpret themes. By reading, we practice slowing down, think critically, engaging deeply. Movies, while enjoyable, often promote passive consumptions. The fast editing, dramatic soundtracks, and action sequences mix us and keep us entertained, but rarely gives us time to pause, and reflect. Reading a novel like George Orwell's 1984 encourages us to question society, power, and truth. Watching a film version may spark interest, but it cannot deliver the same depth of critical reflection, capturing the oppositions. Some may argue that movies are most accessible and time efficient, but it is true that watching 2-hour film is faster than reading a 400-page book. However, the very fact that reading takes more time, what makes it more rewarding. A quick meal may fill your stomach, but carefully cooked dish nourishes your body more fully. Similarly, a movie provides quick entertainment, but did you know that a book nourishes the mind in ways that last a lifetime? So finally, while movies can be more flashy, more entertainment, and more enjoyable, right? But books are transformative. Sometimes books they're used for meditating, and sometimes books are for like entertaining you, give you a quite lively life and keeping your journey of reading books not just only just going down, but not just only like for meditating or maybe to calm down your own self, but it could help you to cheer you up and making your smile just go up again. They engage our minds, initiate our imaginations, offer rich detail and striking patience and critical thinking. A movie may fade away from memory after you watch it, after a few days or few weeks, but for those reasons, I firmly believe that reading books is way more better than watching movies. Thank you all for your listening.
Excellent. Wow, it's a great start for the debate today. And I love when you say that reading book make it more came, and I strongly agree with that. Thank you for great opening for the affirmative side. So we move to the negative side, and the first person for negative side will be Jin. Jin, you protect for the idea watching movie is better than reading book. Jin, are you ready? Hello, Jin.
Sorry. Okay. So yeah, I am speaker number 1 of the negative side. So I want to agree with Kang Nguyen. Yes, if you watch a movie of one novel books, you can, the character you can, how is it? When you read books, you can imagine their character, how they look like in unique way. And also when you watch a movie, that character is sometimes didn't what you want to look like. But I know each other, neither watching movie nor reading books is seriously better. But movie provide a quicker, more immersive and visually engaged experience with the social aspect. While books offer a greater depth, yes, but the form of imagination and creativity and have been shown to reduce stress and improve cognitive function like memory. So as I hear Kang say about unique character that they thinking, but what about the author? The author writing the novel and they want to make it into a movie. So the character that they want to make is what the original look like. Yes, of course, when you read books, you can think about the character, how it looked. Maybe he looked handsome, maybe she looked beautiful. But what if the author didn't think that? The author think maybe that character is just a normal man, not handsome at all, or maybe just chill. So when you watch a movie, you can know what the original character look like. You know, of course, you feel a little bit bad because it didn't look like what you think, but at least you know that this is what the author original idea look like. This is number 1, why movie is better than books. Visual and auditory immersions. Movie or combined movie picture, sound effect, music, create a powerful immersive sensory experience that can be more dynamic in imagination alone. If you're reading book, you can just see words, sentence, no picture, nothing. Maybe some books have some picture, but only some. But in movie, you can see everything. You can know what happened, what emotion, what the character face looked like, what the expression was. You can see how it happened, and it's more understandable. Maybe in reading books, some sentence make you don't feel like you understand anything. Some paragraphs make you feel like, how could they do that? But in movie, it's more logical. And it explains how could they do that. So also it's also have sound effect. Maybe in the books it write every time the sound gets smaller, but in movie you feel that the sound gets smaller because you can hear it. You're not just reading it and think about it and imagine it. You can hear it vividly. Music and picture make you see what the books trying to tell you, what the movie tried to tell you. Example, horror. So example, the book said how scary the monster is, but you don't know how scary it is because you didn't know how it looked like. So in the movie, people just bring up how the monster looked like. It looks scary. It looks make you want to go to pee or even run away, trying to sleep under the blanket, crying, whining and screaming when you see the face of the monster. The second one is efficiency. Movies often present a story more quickly than books. Books, example, Harry Potter, have novel, a tons of it. Every chapter is a more long story. But movie can get all that chapter and put in one movie. You don't need to do anything. They just get all of the character and then all the chapter and then put in one movie. If books, you need to read each chapter. Yeah, I think. Movie can just make it into a film. You only watch like an hour or maybe 1 hour and a half to know all of the thing that you want to know. So that's why it allows for a story to appreciation in a short time frame. You don't need to read it days. Books, sometimes you need to read it from days to days. Even need to wait for the author to maybe put on a new chapter for you to read. Movie, just put into a movie. You know what will happen. And you know all the things that happen in that movie. So the third one is social connection. Watching a movie, especially in the cinema, can be shared social activity. Maybe you have a movie that really fun. You tell your friend, hey, where to go? Where to go to the cinema? Maybe buy some popcorn and sitting at the cinema and watching a movie with us. Maybe that movie aren't great. So you can talk about it. You can talk, oh my God, this movie is so bad. Or that movie is so great. Greater than the original books that made out the movie. So you said, oh my God, you should watch the movie. This movie is really good. So it share the social activity. Every time you watch a movie, maybe with your partner, or maybe with your friends, everybody, you can talk about it. About this movie, that movie. Is this good? This scene is super cool. Or how a single frame of this character is so cool and so beautiful. Or I want to get this movie as my thumbnail, at my profile picture. A lot of things to talk about when you're watching a movie. It makes you have social connection. There's also fandom of a movie. People shipping character together, saying that, oh, this character looks so beautiful, I ship this with this. And you can have a lot of connection with a lot of people around the world. So the fourth reason is maybe the last one, is stress reductions. Film can provide an escape from problem, offering emotion categorizes and a way to relax and forget worries. So maybe when you're watching a movie, there's a sad scene, you cry so hard that you forget all the bad things happen in your life. Or maybe you feel empathy for one character that just feel like you and that character are the same person. Or maybe you watch a really, really happy movie, a really funny movie that you laugh all the laughter of you out of sight. Make you feel enjoyment. Make you feel happier for life. Or maybe you are sad and you just, oh my God, this life is so bad. I don't want to live anymore. And then you suddenly watch a movie and that movie get you a lot of inspiration that you want to live. Maybe that movie story and lesson is how life teach you, how a person, why you should live, why you don't need to end your life just because there's something bad happened on that day. It made you feel understand, empathy for the character, the reason why you want to live. So yeah, it's like stress reduction. Sometimes when I'm feel bad, watch a movie, and I was just like, I don't feel bad anymore. I feel happy. So I
Fusion
understand.
for-
Hi.
Okay,
Sorry,
I'm sorry.
my face is.
Yeah, thank you, Jin, for sharing your great opinions. But I'm afraid that your time is finished already. But
Yeah, it's
anyway,
fine. I'm sorry for using so much time.
no worry. Great to hear your great, quite great opinions. It's really eye-opening. So, we also see Eric here. So before we move to the next person, can I invite each of you? If you're comfortable, let's let's sit down straight up and we take a pictures together. Is that okay? Right. So let's straight let's open the camera and now smile. We take a pictures. All right, everyone. Let's smile. Can you smile? Can you smile, everyone? Okay. 3, 2, yay. 1. Okay, beautiful. Oh, yeah. One more time. One more, another picture, everyone. Tiệp Nhi, can you put your head a little bit higher? Okay, right. Ji Dũng, where are you? I want to see you, please. Yes, let's smile. Hello, wave your smile. Right. Okay, smile. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, thank you, everyone. Great job for the picture. Yeah. So now we move to the speaker number 2. It is Eric, but Eric is not here. How should I do? Eric is, speaker number 2 of affirmative side is Ji Dũng. Oh, I see Ji Dũng. All right. So Ji Dũng, you will be speaker number 2 and you will rebuttal the idea from Jin also. Now, Ji Dũng, are you ready? Yeah, okay, let's get started, Ji Dũng.
So one day you're reading a book, and when you're reading it, you have some information. There's some information in it. It's words, and sometimes there's picture in it. And when you read some books, you can have emotion. You can imagine lots of things that when you're reading a book, like it talk about, for example, it's talk about talk about an airplane that is flying around the world, and when you read it, you can imagine that there's an airplane flying
Is it
around
my
the earth.
turn? Turn
Okay,
now,
keep going.
right?
You can keep going,
I
Ji
am the
Dũng.
second.
It's Ji Dũng turn.
When you're reading a book, you can know more information from it. For example, you can know about the vocabulary.
Hey, I am the second speaker.
On the list, you are the third speaker of the affirmative team, Eric. So wait for your turn. I hope so.
Right?
Right.
So you know about your grandma, and you can when you read it, you read it, and you have, when you're not even like your eyes focus to one thing, like when you're watching a movie or watching something on phone, tablets, for etc. When you watching for more than 2 minutes, then like you're being confused, and like your body just stop doing, and like when you do something, often your breathing system is working by you controlling. But when you are confused, we're looking on the movies or something for too long, it can make you like don't know anything. Thirdly,
when you're reading a book, it's better than watching movies, because movies lots have right have have lights that are very bright. Sometimes in sometimes it will be very bright that can even hurt your eyes and even you make your brain not control enough. For example, some kids that watch TV are using phones for too long. They they are very they not do not know anything, and they are not listening to their parents, or and they're not smart enough. So when people watching TV or movies, they also given information. So there's a little bit part of them are good, but reading books is much better, because sometimes in the old days when we don't have any tablets or screen things, they used books to do things. Like in in African in Africa, there are lots of countries that they don't have uh computer technology. They have to use books instead. So if you if you like watch but if you like watching movies, you can watch them a little bit time, and you must read book more, because books are not like just only word sentence and word sentence and novels, but they also help us imagine and sometimes when they have pictures, we can look in them and we can know what's happening, and even know that what is happening without even reading the words. And reading the words are very good too, because reading lots of times you can remember. In spelling tests, you can use a word to get better at it. If you are already smart, don't think you don't need to read books and always watch movies. Because if you are already smart, read you make you smart more. Because if you are already smart, if you watch TV, the IQ will be go slower and down, and you have to learn it again. So in Mary, if nowadays t- there's no screen things, and now everyone will be very smart. But now the people invented computers, TV, and tablets. Everyone are always use them as learning. So I hope you use books more than watching movies. So that's all. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Jisoo, for very great sections, very great performance. Now the turn will be to Diệp Nhi. Diệp Nhi you will be the negative side, and you will be speaker too. Diệp Nhi, are you ready?
Hello everyone, my name is Yitnhi, and today I'm going to talk on the negative side of reading book is more interesting than watching movie. First, I think that watching movies is more time efficient and equally. It's not more effective in helping people retain into information than reading books. A study by the universities of Leicester in UK found that audio visual learning methods like watching documentaries or educational films can improve information retentions by up to 60% compared to traditional text-based learning. Additionally, the average persons read at around 200 to 250 words per minute, whereas a 2 hour movie communicates some narratives content that might take to 10 or 15 hours read in a book form. In today's world, people often don't have the time to spend days reading long text. Movie present the same information, story life in a highly condensed and engaging format. And it is often have music and also great story to reinforce understanding. The audio media natures of films allow multiple brands area to be shown at auditory, visuals and emotional processing centers, which impress both memory. In another work, movies is much more interesting than reading. A book had 200 of pages, and so movies will help you to understand what is the content is. And it is so entertaining and relaxing when you watch a movie. In conclusions, movie is much more interesting than reading books because of its entertainment and it is also comfortable and convenient to watch. That's all.
Yes, very convenient, comfortable to watch. That's great idea. Thank you, Zepnyi. And now we move to the last speaker from affirmative side. Eric, you will be the last speaker for affirmative side. Are you ready, Eric? Eric, are you ready?
All right, yes, I am ready. Stop. Wait. Here we go.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
I am ready. I will start in 3, 2, 1. So I want to like. So I really like movies, but actually I like books more. So I'm going to complete and say back all the facts my friend said. The first fact that the first speaker of my team said is that she said that when we watch movies, we are lazy, more lazier. And but if we read books, we can imagine what. For example, you don't know what the character look like. If you watch the movie, the it might be this was that the character is not that's very good. But if you read a book, you can imagine it. Imagine all sorts of things. Secondly, is that inside in studies say that when we read books, our imagination got bigger and our creation get bigger. But people who watch a movie don't have much imagination and instead based on the movie. But if the people who are reading books, they can imagine it. Sometimes books don't have much picture, but usually books like this, for example. Let me turn up my here. Books like this example usually have a magma, so they usually have lots of pictures. So it is not necessary to have books who need to have no picture. Many books have pictures. Like this is my favorite book. Or Doraemon, which is mostly magma and can be easily seen. Okay, the second thing is that when we watch movie, our eyes might be hurt because of the green light. But a book
like this, for example, you can see the paper texture. Each paper texture is made of small molecules that don't reflect much light, more absorbing light, while things like computer, like get out light, making blue light, which is real dangerous and affect my sleep. Yes, it's kind of like many people sleep, anyways, not just me. Secondly, is that when we read books have letters, and that will make us more correctly a grammar, and we can look as after how they write, or mostly film have pictures and don't have words very much, like don't have translation. But instead, a book, for example, still have small words and letters. These words can help you if you are very bad at writing, or can help you in grammar. But instead of a movie, you cannot go back. You cannot go back. If you go to movie, you cannot just when you watch some place and then you miss some, you can just read back. But you cannot do that. Well, book, you accidentally, for example, you accidentally flip a few pages forward, so you can just flip a few pages back again. And finally, what my friend said is that movies is more expensive. Okay, let me say I want to go to a movie. How much is the ticket? 100. 100. Yes, 100. Very, very expensive. But how about a book? Get a book from the library. Free. Very free. Like you can borrow some. You can borrow some from library, or you have a book by yourself. Okay. In conclusion, books are always better than movies. Movies have screens, they are more expensive, and they are less impractical. Where books is more greater and can help you learn knowledge. That was what books are. Thank you for listening.
Thank you so much, Eric, for very English arguments. That's a great idea. So now we move to the last speaker from negative side. So Hami, are you ready?
Okay.
Lovely. Let's get started.
Okay. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hami, and as the final speaker for our team, I will include our agreement against the statement, reading books is better than watching movies. First, my teammates have already shown you that movies are more time-saving than books, more emotional and against, more social because they connect people together. These are the strong reason why movies should modern our life better. Second, let me remind you something important. The other side may say reading develop emotion and knowledge, but movie also do this. Throughout creative visual, realistic character, and powerful messages. Movie impress us and teach us in ways that book alone cannot. Finally, the truth. In today's fast world, people do not endless hour to sit with book. They want the stories that are quick, emotional, and unforgettable. And that is exactly what movie give us. Movie also go beyond entertainment. They educate, inspire, and unite people across culture. They can break barrier of language, where book often stay limited to one group of readers. Movie reach millions at the same time. It's spreading powerful messages faster than any book ever could. They give us living character, real emotion, and unforgettable image that stay in our memories forever. Movie creates shared experience where families and friends can enjoy disco together. And most importantly, movies keep young people connected and inspired in today's digital generation. And so, ladies and gentlemen, let me end with this. Book may belong to the past, but movie belong to present and the future. Watching movie is not only better, it is always for a word. Thank you, and back to you, Cavalier of the day.
Thank you, Hami. Wow, you really like different today, Hami. I love to see the confidence today. Thank you, and Hami also the last person for this session today. It's great performance from each and everyone. So now I would love to invite our special guest, Philip Dang, to be on stage and give some of the evaluation for each of the person. And Philip, you just need to give us evaluation for anyone who are here in the meeting, right? With some is
Oh, I can see. So we doesn't have Khánh Huyền here. So do we have Jinx? Yep, we have Jinx here. So firstly, you are doing really good job of a one who speak first of your team because you give so many information here. So you can that is your strength, but also your drawbacks because you can organize your idea that in a short, in brief way. Like, for example, you give out three arguments like sound and image is the one. Number two is emotion. And number three is saving time, right? So instead of putting the bonding with family and some friend at the end, but you can put that also in the emotion here. So you can have three supporting arguments and it's brief and it's good. I like how you counter argument straight, Khánh Huyền. So, and I also like your assumption. Yeah, but you have no camera. But through your voice, your variety of tones, and the way you pauses, I love the way you debate because it's proof that you're a good, really good debater and you have so many ideas to share with us. I also like the way you make an example for the demon. It make us how it feel the emotion. The example about Harry Potter, how it could take longer if we reading compared to our watching movie. But I wish that you could list out, like, for example, in the Harry Potter one, we have 331 page to read for like 6 hours, but just take around 2 hours if we watch movie, right? So it's the more statistic and detailed example. And so that's it for Jinx. His really good story transform. Now we have here at Trí Dũng. Okay, so we have Trí Dũng here. I have to say that you're a really good person with your example. Yeah, you bring first is the imagination first, then you have an airplane example, really great. Next one is you give out movie is not good for eyes and brain. So you take the Africa as an example, right? But I hope that in that example, you can say that, like, you can prove that in Africa, they don't have a movie to watch, they don't have electricity, things like that. So how good is their eyes? How good is their brain? If you can give out that information, it make your point stronger, right? And about your presentation, you look at the paper too much. If you can balance between the time you look at the paper and look at camera, paper, camera, right? You don't take most of the time to look at the paper. You can look at the paper, but you can, yeah, in the balanced way, it's better. So really good points, really strong example from Trí Dũng. I appreciate your example. Now we have Diệp Nhi. Okay. Diệp Nhi is the speaker number 2. And you you didn't do a really good role as a speaker number 2 because you should debate more. You should counter argument the opposite team more. But instead of that, you deliver really good your point. I really love the way you give the statistic like information through movie you give so much, you give like study, and then in the next point you also give the number of pages, like 200 pages. It saves time like this. So you give a really good statistic and study. And statistic study is a really strong example. I really appreciate that. But I really, I hope that you could also look at the camera more. You can look at the paper, but more at the camera. Your voice is quite monotone. You should pause, bring your voice up when you put out really important information, and slow down when you speak. But your voice now is like a straight line. It doesn't have things for people to focus on your vocabulary, right? So people cannot get your idea, your information really good. But your information, the richness of that is really grateful. Okay. So now we go to the two speaker number 3. Firstly, Eric, I need to emphasize this because I I see I hear from Lee Twinkie that you also received the order of the speak. And while Tri Dũng, your teammate speaking, you jump in and you open your mind and say it is not, I don't say it's disrespectful, but it's not follow the rules of debate. In the debate turned, you have to respect that time. There's nothing jumped into to cancel the flow of emotion, the flow of idea. So respect the debate turn. Okay? Your voice, your volume is really good. Your body language is perfect. And the way you use the book as your example is, I really like it. I really liked it. And you put so much your energy into counter argument first. Firstly, you go to counter argument point. You go straight to the pictures, then you go straight to with the pictures of argument. You take your comic, like example, right? I really like it. Then you go to your presentation. Firstly, image. I cannot hear really well your second point, but yeah, your second point is writing and grammar improve. Then your third point is book is cheaper. You can put it in that way, but to me, the speaker number 3 should not speak too much information, but mostly focus on counter argument and then summarize it. You forgot to summarize your whole idea. Like we have speaker 1 said this, speaker 2 said it, and now I am speaker 3. I'm going to summarize them and provide my idea more to make it perfect. And then I make the conclusion. Okay, you should focus more than this, than even expose your opinion. And that's how you should train more your presentation and your strategy to make a perfect debater. You're really nice today with your idea. Yeah, just a little bit to be perfect. And the last person we have here is Hami. I can see your focus and investment when you practice it in front of the cam. You didn't turn off the camera when you practice. I can see how serious you are right now. You really worry. You kind of stressful, right? I guess that's right. And I like how you make an introduction that your speaker 1 and speaker 2 have said that. So now I'm the one who say the last and I'm going to provide this. So really good at presentation and really good at strategy. And you do also good with your content. But I hope that when you give out your arguments, I don't say that to only Hami, but I also say that to all of you. You should not put too much further explanation. Like if you do that, you do this, or if you for example, I have people 1 or people 2. No, that's not strong. We should point out that people 1 is doctor this or psychologist did that study on which year. So we give our statistic, with our research, with our study, is make our argument stronger instead of further explanation. So we just speak out our argument and then an example. It's make brief, shortly, but sharp and persuasive. Okay? Today we still use so much for the explanation, although it's really good, it's really logical. But I hope that if you want to make a perfect debater, give more statistics. And if you can, You can share your personal story, personal experience also. Be confident. Smile more. Look at the camera more. More body language also. Okay. Thank you. Now back to Twinkie.
Wow. I have to say that it's one of the most excellent like evaluation I have listened in the whole journey of my time to run the Gavel Club. You see, it got you receive a great feedback from our coach, our guest, our special guest today, Felix Dang, and I believe you guys learned a lot from him. So I really hope you can improve yourself in every week. Let's join with us, practice together, and it's a play for you to learn, make mistake, and learn again. So don't be afraid to make mistake. Let's because we learn the most through that. Yeah. So once again, thank you so much everyone for spending time joining Gavel Club today. So appreciate your time, your efforts, and once again, thank you so much, Felix, for excellent, perfect evaluations. Very constructive, very dedicated. Once again, give a lot of her to you, Felix. And once again, thank you very much, everyone. I will see you in the next week with another exciting topic. Thank you and see you again. Goodbye, everyone. See you.
Bye bye. Nice to see you today. Right,
Yeah.
kids?